Anyway, so yeah, she is.
Yeah,
Down.
Benny.
Down.
Benny.
Down.
Benny. Now, Benny.
Down.
Here you
Down.
go. Benny.
That's
Benny.
it. Now, don't feed the bad dog.
Benny.
Now.
Mine.
Benny.
Now.
Mine.
Make sure
Now.
you feed make sure you
Mine.
feed the good
Down.
pussy, everybody.
That's right. Feed.
Down.
Now, Simon. Now.
Now down.
Now.
Now, throw this. Can you mute this guy? Can you just?
Now.
mute
Now.
this guy, right?
I need mod controls
He's a
here.
fucking
I need
pain.
mod controls here.
Mine.
To the
Mine.
left.
Pain.
To the left. To the left.
That's probably the most coherent opening we've ever had.
Yes.
That's correct.
Good evening. Welcome to Boyle Pierce. With us this evening we have Mr. Cider Thinker, and then he said drinker, but probably both.
Both are true.
Sir Simon of Thingy.
Doodly pip.
Sir Gusford of...
Something tells me your heart's not already in this, Mark.
Sir, whatever.
Another go.
That's right. It was, I had a hard on about half an hour ago, and the blood still hasn't gone back to the rest of my body yet.
That's first world problems. First world problems right there.
Good evening, Gusford.
Yeah, it's a lie, I tell you. It's a terrible lie. Who tells such lies?
Oh, don't know. I was looking at a picture of sugar. Hang on, I'll show you. That's a good one.
Okay, hang on.
Oh,
You're angry.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, yeah. Am I going to drop my monocle on this one or what?
Well, you know, it's a.
Let me just
it's
remove.
about,
Look
it's
over the
about
top of my glasses. Actually.
This is,
I'll warn the viewers. It's a close-up. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, that's a glamour shot right there.
Yeah.
Once
Oh,
apart.
I love it. Look at her granulations. Oh. Oh.
So there. Now I've finally admitted it. There.
Oh, that'll make a man crystallize right where he sits. Boy.
Yes.
Right. So there. That's the pictures. Dirty pictures finished with.
Are we
This
not getting an
week.
introduction then? Fuck you.
Yeah, I did say hello, Jim.
And Jim.
Or did
I didn't hear that
can't
bit.
remember.
Hello, Jim.
Hello, Jim.
Hello.
Hey,
Leave him
Jim.
alone. He's not even 20 minutes into the show. He's already on the fucking sauce. It's a wonder he remembers your name at this point.
Oh, dear.
That's not wine. That's blood of virgins.
Yes.
No, it's rum and coke.
Evidence.
It's rum and coke. The whining comes later.
Well, I have been described lately as a danger to most of the women on planet Earth.
Well, you know, I'm told that there's not a minute that goes by that you don't illicitly chase women. That's what I'm told. Not a minute that goes by. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure we've bolted you to a chair with hoops of steel. It's the only way to get you to do the show.
This is true.
It is a bit of a problem because wherever Mark walks, you know, around the south of England, there's the sound of screeching cars crashing in the background as all these women look at him and faint with attraction.
You bastards! I don't
Most
know.
of them, we have to admit, are older ladies and grannies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's mainly why they're in the south of England. You know, Eastbourne.
That's probably.
Brighton.
Come along, dearie. Come along, dearie. It's just a life in these noise. I'll show you what.
Where horny old ladies go to die.
That's right.
Yeah. Otherwise known as blab.
Otherwise known as blab.
Oh dear.
That's right. Roy Montero thinks he's done himself a favor. Fool.
Blab or not blab? Yes or no?
Yes or
Has
no?
Roy Montero done himself a favour? Yes or no?
On its worst day, it's still better than a Nadia hangout. Remember that.
I don't know.
We're going to discuss a matter that's barely understandable. Probably not digestible.
Can
Excuse me. We're going to talk and discuss about it.
Can you guys hear me?
Can you hear me? You can hear me? Can you hear me?
Fucking hell.
I'm going to stand around. Can I get this? Hello?
Well,
Down. Anyway,
Benny.
Mine, Benny.
we'll move on to our first item on the agenda, as it is. Agenda. Who am I fucking kidding?
Yeah, you liar.
We're just going to do 2 hours of this shit. stupid.
It's called a list, Mark. It's a list.
A list.
It's a list.
Oh, a list. Sorry.
Your
I thought
name
Matthew
will also
4:19
go on the list.
I thought Matthew 4:19 had come in for a minute. I mean, how can a man with that speech impediment be a presuppositionalist?
No.
Say it.
No, listen. At least the guy, speaks approximately as quickly as he thinks. If we were listening to Tim Hurd, we'd still be here yesterday. Tim. Okay, so today we're gonna have the Bible, the show, and it's gonna have Matt Slacks Slug. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. So I'm gonna have to pray to Jesus to help me again.
I'm amazed that Matthew 4:19 isn't a Mormon because it hasn't got an S in it. All the others have. Presuppositionalist, Christian, Calvinist. Fuck it, I'll be a Mormon. At least
the show also has a real live pirate, eh? Like there's what's his face, Joe somebody or other with the eye patch, also known as the potato.
Potato pirate. Do you know where pirates do their shopping?
Where do they do their shopping?
Argos.
Argos.
Here all week.
I hate you.
Sorry, Cliff Jumper told me that one.
I hate you.
Well,
Fuck you,
that
Cliff
ensures
Jumper.
that's comedy gold.
No, he didn't really. Anyway, first item on
That's
the
the standard of joke I expect from Cliff.
after last week's
Fuck you, Cliff.
expose
Well,
on
in that case, where does Deepak Chopra do his shopping?
Go on.
Where does Deepak Chopra do his shopping?
Curries.
For fuck's sake!
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Okay, first of all, you son of a bitch, I know exactly where you live. Okay. Don't even pretend. I'll make you collectively unconscious, you fucker. I'll tell you.
Oh well, that's our Indian viewers gone.
Lots of them.
Don't even start with me. I'll go to your head and I'll dunk you one Simon dunk. I tell you that I'll do for you.
I think we had some Indian viewers last time, but not now.
We don't anymore.
No. Anyway, first is last week last show we exposed Prudent Bomber Discourse, who wanted to bomb turnip farmers in Iran to show them that show the Iranians that America.
I don't really like bombing anybody.
No, just the farmers though, because that'll learn them. Anyway, and we had a response. Have you got the response there, Jim? Or do you want me to find
I have.
Oh,
We like to, when we make mistakes on this show, we like to correct them. And so I'll start off by reading what Prudent wrote. He said, "Wrong, all in capitals with 6 exclamation marks." So I imagine he's pretty serious that we are
Remember,
wrong.
ladies and gentlemen, more punctuation means you're more right.
Yeah, and in capitals means you're extra angry or extra emphasis on this. He says, "I want Israel (brackets not America) to bomb the rural areas, not especially farms." So that's good because if there's one country which isn't going to upset the Muslim world, it's the Israelis, isn't it?
Oh well, that changes everything.
That makes everything different. A whole different.
I'm now convinced.
Yeah. He then says.
Hang on. Let me go through. Yeah, go on, Jim.
Yeah. Also, by rural areas, does he mean desert?
Well, he goes on to explain a bit more. He says, "I also said I want the process to have 0 casualties, although I can sleep at night if there are a few casualties in the name of safety." Obviously his safety, not the innocent farmers he wants to murder.
So that means there's a couple of guys loading bombs who'll just be shot for the hell of it.
Well, it just seems to me that Prudent's genius idea is for Israel to bomb the desert and no one gets killed, because that'll really teach Iran that they mean business.
Right.
Either that or he's working on non-lethal bombs.
If a few people die, he can live with that.
Right.
Perhaps.
I wonder
perhaps
is he doing?
if the Chinese bombed his trailer park, would he feel the same?
You know what? I bet. What the hell is he doing, wasting his time on G+? He should get his ass to the General Assembly of the UN and pitch that because I bet he could get a half a dozen. I bet he could get a half a dozen countries all to friggin' just okay that shit.
Well, if Prudent got to the UN, it would be Banky and Wanky.
Yeah. he goes on.
I see what you did there.
Oh, there's more. Oh, there's more.
Oh, there's more. He says, I even later suggested in other hangouts that we should also bomb the military bases. So basically, he wants to bomb the not military places and the military places. So basically, he just wants to bomb Iran.
Bomb the shit out of me.
So what it works out to.
Just bomb the shit out of me.
What he really
It'll be fine.
I'm starting to think that little Prudent might be a bit of a homicidal maniac.
What he really wants to do is he wants to saturation bomb the bases, and if a couple of bombs happen to miss and fall in the desert, well, he meant to do that too.
That's right.
So, you know, oh no, absolutely. I could just see him standing up there at the Secretariat of the United Nations going, and you know, if a couple of people die, I don't mind. Does anybody here mind if a couple of people die? You know, immediately the Iranian delegation says, no, we don't mind if you die at all, you know.
Yeah.
I'm going to go out tonight and rape a few women, but I'm doing it in the name of safety.
Yeah, as long as you don't rape any women and let Israel do it.
Yeah, that's all right.
Then you'll be able to sleep.
What exactly does this edition of the safety dance in the fucking Iranian desert look like, anyway? Like, what? How does he bomb people for safety? I don't know.
Yeah, you just target goats, I think.
Does he send them a notification first? Does a little guy come around?
It's probably because he did say he didn't want anyone to be killed, which sort of goes against the idea of bombing anyone.
Yeah. If you don't want anyone to get killed, you don't drop any bombs.
Bomb shit.
Yeah.
He also happens to. Apparently, he thinks that there are no human beings on military bases because you know. But
all the military personnel are not really human.
So essentially, folks, what it looks like is what we really should be saying is that Prudent needs to stay off the crack, and because crack is bad for you.
Or if he's not on the crack, then get the fuck on the crack.
Yeah. I would suggest.
Sinister than that, though, isn't it? Because he seems to be suggesting that, you know, these people that he wants to kill in the name of safety are less important than his people. You know?
Yeah, brilliant. I mean, he wants to bomb farms, but I would suggest the only vegetable in danger.
Oh no,
is
not specifically farms, Mark. Not specifically farms. You go to great lengths to say not specifically farms. Yeah. Right. I mean, if farms get mixed up in it, then that's fine, but not specifically farms.
I'm sure the American Air Force would just be fucking tickled pink at being told that their targets are large square patches of lifeless desert out in fucking the Iraqi hinterlands.
Yeah, well, if the Americans are bombing, they'd fuck that up. They just bomb the wrong vegetables.
Yeah, no, they'd automatically bomb the hospital. And,
the only dangerous vegetable in all of this is Prudent.
Yes.
I was wondering, you know, we should tell Prudent that there's currently an experimental program going on called the live bomb thing, where rather than a targeting system, what they do is they have an idiot strapped to the bomb who holds a couple of paddles and guides the bomb in. I wonder if he'd be interested in being an aviator. He could keep his glasses. I mean, he could keep those on. A little helmet, a little leather helmet on, you know.
Oh, I expect he's got a few of them already.
Yeah.
A couple of chalk scrawls across his back, you know, like "so long, it was nice knowing you, not so much."
And a nappy, you know? Presumably.
And a nappy.
So right, I think we can all be agreed that perhaps bombing Iran is not the best idea.
Well, not the way he wants to do it, anyways. You know, I mean, if you're going to bomb Iran, you're going to have to go in there and you're going to have to flatten the place. So, you know, his idea of...
No, don't give him any more ideas. Fucking hell.
His idea of bombing the place involves not and yet also bombing the place.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like, he's trying to... It's kind of like Schrodinger's masturbation, right? Your hand is both on and not on your dick at the same time. And you're never really sure which until you look down. So, you know...
What I want to know is what is his actual what is why does he want to bomb Iran? Because I'm still not actually.
I think it's because he's not getting any pussy.
Yeah.
Ever.
And that's why, yeah, it's probably, you know, that bloke who went mad and shot people up because he never got a girlfriend a while back. And there was, I can't remember what his name was now, but he was a serial shooting, and these mass shootings. And I've just got a feeling that he's edging
By the way, America, you have fucking stupid gun laws.
Oh, Prudent's pro-gun too.
Oh yeah, I've had a number of gun control discussions with him, and they basically boil down to the fact that gun violence isn't anymore. Oh, he loves disregarding the gun stats that come out of the Great Britain after the Dunblane massacre. Yeah. And you basically say to him after the Dunblane massacre, after the Dunblane massacre, there have been 0 mass shootings in Great Britain. Yeah, but mass shootings are really a small number of shootings that go on, and you really shouldn't. My eyes are just crawling out of my brain and into my soda can because it thinks they're safer there.
It's interesting. He's so concerned about safety when it comes to massacring a few Iranians, but not when it comes to taking a few guns off some rednecks.
Elliot Roger, the guy's name was, I'm told.
Yeah. Yes, that's right.
Thank you, Scott.
It should also be pointed out that it's not just the UK either. That Australia, the same thing happened after the Port Arthur massacre. They cracked down, and what did you know? No fucking gun massacres.
Yeah. It's like Jim Jeffries said, the comedian said, this ridiculous idea that you need guns to protect yourself and your family from loons that are undoubtedly going to come into your house and butcher everybody. And they say it's okay because I'm a safe gun owner. I keep mine in a locked safe. And so when the lunatic that's going to butcher your family eventually does break in through the window, you've got to ask him to wait and then remember your number to get into the safe to get the gun to kill him with.
I have to hold my hand up a bit here because I am a gun owner. I do own guns, but we have it on a license system here, a really strictly controlled license system. So if there's any problem about me, if I speed and lose my driving license, they can come and take my guns away. It's that strict that you can get prosecuted or convicted or be found guilty of doing all sorts of minor offences, and that will be enough for them to take your guns away. If I get caught drunk in town and the police have to arrest me because I've had too much to drink, I lose my guns automatically for 6 months.
Well,
especially if you got them on you at the time.
What Prudent often cites is that violent crimes in the UK have gone up steadily. So that's violent crimes have gone up, and I'm like, well, so what? I mean, shootings haven't gone up that much, and he says, well, yeah, but violent crimes. I'm like, so what you're saying is that, well, since violent crimes have gone up, it's better to have a gun anyway. And he's like, yeah, no, absolutely. I'm like, so you're going to turn a situation where somebody gets beaten up into a situation where somebody gets killed, and that makes sense to you? And
it should be pointed out, the UK, the policemen still don't carry guns as a rule.
Yeah.
Most policemen are not armed. And sometimes they have a taser, don't they? But they're not armed with guns.
I like how you said that. Sometimes they have a taser, though, don't they?
They did accidentally set fire to somebody the other day with a taser, didn't they?
Oh, lovely.
He was covered in petrol at the time, which didn't really help. But it was a rookie policeman. He tried to get out of it by saying, "Oh, he was on fire when I got here," and he checked the ambulance records and the times and everything. He'd been in some trouble before, and he'd been on suicide watch and been in and out of institutions, and his parents had an injunction against him to keep him away from their house because he caused them a lot of trouble. But he turned up at the house, knelt on the driveway, covered himself in petrol, and then this rookie cop turns up and says, "Behave yourself," and he sort of shouted, so he tased him, and then wondered why he went woof.
Yeah. He turned him into a dog.
Yeah. But then he tried to get out of it and said, "Oh, no, definitely, Your Honour, he was already on fire when I got there." And they're like, "No, he wasn't."
Oh, well, there you go. Prudent. Let's see what response he makes this week. I bet it's something funny.
Well, the Q&A is open if anyone's watching. Oh, we've got one thumbs down already. I think we had that before.
Yeah, I wonder who that is.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, sorry, guys. I keep doing it.
No, it's Simon's mom. Simon's mom is like,
no, I don't like those people Simon is hanging with.
Probably. We have got a special guest coming.
We should thank Prudent for his input and the correction, which we gladly appreciate.
Yeah, please, Prudent, answer some more so we've got some more material for next time.
Yeah. Please correct us again.
Yeah. Please continue this dialogue so we can rip you again.
Okay.
And in the meantime, try and get laid. And we may have a special guest coming on later.
Ooh. She's not American and mad, is she?
Who's she? Who's she?
Again. Oh, I didn't help by showing them the picture, did I? But there you go.
No, you didn't.
Just mate, it is over and with now.
Well,
that's what they all say. That's what they all say.
Say that, yeah.
You say that we haven't got a topic for next week.
No, come on now, jammed.
Down.
Jammed.
Down, deeper and down. Status quo reference. Topical.
Selling England by the pound.
Topical?
No, that's why I said it's topical, because it's not. Status quo died several times, from what I heard.
Yeah.
On live shows. We were going to discuss...
No, we weren't.
Simon's story about Mr. I3IG, Mr. I Gig or I Big, I don't know. Simon knows this.
Lithergig? What's his name? Lithergig?
It's about a guy that phoned the police or had to face the police. Yeah. We talked about it.
Yeah, it was some guy that was on Twitch or something like that was having a live hangout on Twitch, and while he was obviously getting into this live hangout quite adamantly and vehemently, obviously raising his voice, his neighbour, who he'd been having a fallout with, decided to call the police. So the police come to his door. They start talking to him and ask him to turn it down a bit and not be so disruptive. And he decides to play the "you don't have any rights to do this to me" card. So obviously a great move. And the policeman strings him along, all live. You can hear it all on. And the policeman strings him along for a while, and everything's going great. And then the policeman decides, no, this is no good. I'm going to have to arrest this guy. So they come in and arrest the guy, take him outside, shut the door and walk off. And you see the closed door. Then the guy that called the police on him comes into the room and starts robbing his stuff. He picks up some trainers and something else and a phone or something, and then goes outside, obviously goes back, checks the police are still arresting this guy, and then comes back again to rob some more stuff. And ends up taking the headphones.
I think I might be able to
microphone on.
I might be able to screen share the actual video, but it obviously hasn't got sound. So,
wow.
Where was this, by the way? Was this in the UK or was this in America?
I think this is America.
I'm gonna guess America.
Yeah.
I'll just run it along a little bit. You can see it. There's the police officer at the door. You can see that.
Yeah.
A lovely guy.
And
police officer.
So it's a long chat. I think that's the neighbour going past. I'm not sure.
Neighbour going by, going, yeah.
The policeman's worried he's about to get eaten.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's the point where he must have been arrested.
Yeah. So
you skipped past it.
Yeah, we wanted him getting beaten.
Yeah.
Come on then. Come on along then.
He's getting arrested.
You're nicked.
Hang on. Mark, do you want to present yourself?
You're Nick San.
Oh, someone else can do that, I think. Yeah,
Mark's had enough of presenting himself. He got in trouble with that before.
Not to do that anymore.
Oh, there you go.
So the guy's
all right,
the
son.
guy's out.
You're nicked, and the door is wide. They didn't even close the fucking door. Well done, Carter.
If you look on the wall, there's a picture of Bob Marley having a wank.
The guy's outside at the moment, just being spoken to by the police officers.
Oh, okay.
Everybody in the side chat is chatting about it.
Right.
that's watching the hangout, right? And then if you go a little further on now.
So is that what the police in America do? They arrest you and then they leave your apartment with
the door open? Leave your door open.
No, because they're still outside. You see, you can see the coppers there.
Jam it, because they want to have. They want to have a robbery.
The policeman comes in. So the policeman comes in. He shuts the door, but he doesn't lock it. Okay, but he thinks he has, obviously, and they walk off. And then a minute or so later.
Does this guy live with Nadia? Look at the state of the room.
There he is.
Have you guys seen this?
Bob Marley eating a Krispy Kreme in the corner over there. I don't know what's going on.
Is the neighbour?
It's Prudent Discourse.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like
He's got his trainers. He's got his Nike. He's got his Nike Air Maxes, and he's got.
You dumb teeth! You dumb teeth! We see him teeth to teeth.
I'm only joking, Billy Prudent. I don't want to get sued.
You dumb.
I'm not joking. I'm not joking.
And he comes back again for a second time.
He comes back for another helping.
He's
The
looking
side
for
chat's brilliant.
Now what we gonna take? Now we're gonna take what they're gonna take now, hey? Get back there. It's like, let's look around, see what else we got.
You think you'd put a balaclava on, wouldn't you?
Somebody's going to jail
This
for
is
robbery.
mobile. He's taking his phone.
To be fair, it can't be Prudent because that guy can grow a beard.
Yeah, no, seriously.
And it looks like his balls had already dropped as well.
Yeah, he also doesn't have the stilted walk of a man who's never emptied his semen.
Okay.
Full stack, Buster Gonad. That's about it, I think. Yeah, just.
That's right, Buster Gonad and his unfeasibly large testicles.
So did the guy get caught?
Yeah,
that's what I want to know.
So what happened after that is somebody watching called the police and said the guy's just been in the room. So the police then came back upstairs and arrested that guy for nicking his stuff.
Nice. And then Chubby McChoose-a-lot is probably going to get a hold of the guy who's robbing his place in the same, because they'll put him in the same holding cell, eh?
You know.
So it'll probably be shanked at midday.
You'd hope so.
Well, while we're waiting for our special guest to arrive, there was another great website Simon found earlier in the week.
Simon, are you finding websites?
He is.
It's a brilliant one. It's called it's called GiveMeSexJesus.com. General synopsis: it's a video trailer. It's 6 personal stories of struggle from within the evangelical community to remain sexually pure until marriage, but struggling with obviously the problems when their bodies and desires don't behave themselves. One of the videos is it's a handsome couple saving their first kiss for the altar.
The first kiss.
A gay son
the
coming
first
out.
Kiss.
Well, yeah, you know, that's what's on the video. It's a video.
A gay son coming all over what?
A gay son coming out to his famous family. A transgender man searching for authenticity, and a feminist confronting double standards. Sorry. I think it's probably something to do with the purity movement or something. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's when grown men take their daughters out and
that's right. Have those wedding photographs taken with them.
Yes. Nothing spooky about that at all.
Nothing at all.
Oh dear God, who's that?
I'll put that in the comments. Oh, hang on. Has our special guest arrived?
Let's give us a present.
Yes.
All right, mate. Now, you guys have been very naughty, right? You really have. You've been really bad fuckers, and I just got to come on here. I want to say, although I may have apologised to you, Mork, I didn't mean it the way you think I did. I was using my no mind ego when I said that.
Right. The thing is, Rob, when you come in here, it's you got to remember, it's
look, I'm going to have controls.
His house, his rules.
No, you're going to have to give me controls here because
Jim,
I know what you fuckers are like.
Jim,
you're all going to interrupt me.
Jim,
there
Gus,
you go.
Gus.
Yeah.
Gus.
Yeah.
Mine.
Yeah.
Cider.
Yeah.
Mark.
Yeah.
Mark sounds like a dog with a hair lip.
North.
You see, the thing about all you trolls, right? Now, I've said this before, right? You've said, now, all you trolls, right?
All you trolls.
The thing about all you, no, Gus, I'm gonna have to mute you, Gus, because I'm gonna come back to you. I'm gonna speak to you in a minute, Gus. I'm gonna fucking tell you a new one, right? Now, Gus, I've said that. Benny. Mute Gus, please. Benny.
The only guy I know who's got flashbacks to Gallipoli and he's never been there.
Mine.
Okay, now, what I gotta say is the thing with the trolls. It's like flies around cow shit. That's what's the thing with the trolls, right? You just can't get rid of them, right? They're always going to be there. It's to say it's like flies around cow shit, and as long as that's the case, I think the trolls are going to succeed and win. But we gotta try not to.
Oh, damn it!
Benny.
No,
Benny.
Rob, hang on a second, Rob. Point of contention. I think you ought to show your face rather than cowardly hiding behind a picture of Mike. Hiding behind a picture of Michael Schumacher. I think you should just show your face.
No, it's Mika Hakkinen, surely.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. Is it Jackie Stewart?
I don't know, because that's a great day for motor car racing.
So come on.
Now, don't be silly, guys. You know
face us,
it's
Rob, on camera.
Nah, obviously it's me.
Well,
you
we don't know
me.
that.
You know, because
oh my God! Somebody just released my phone number on.
I'm enlightened now, Gus. I'm going to have to mute you, Gus. I'm sorry, Gus, but I'm going to have to do this.
My phone number's been put on 4chan. My phone number's on 4chan. That's my livelihood.
All right, now I know you don't believe it's me because it's just a picture, and there's a lot of trolls around, like flies around cow shit. So I'll come on camera briefly.
Okay.
But you know, you guys, you're gonna have to just look out for it because there you go. All right, so it's obviously me. You can see that.
Not yet, we can't. No.
Right, hang on. Okay, well, hang on, Benny. Benny, can you do that, Benny? Can you sort that out, Benny?
That's
right,
weird.
So
That looks
now
like
Mark.
Rob, they put my phone number on 4chan, Rob. They put my phone number on 4chan.
I thought it was.
I'll send to you, Mac.
For a minute, I thought it was Bono with a banana on his lip.
It looks like Baldrick's slug balancer.
In the name of love.
Right, guys, I just wanted to say, Mac, you've been a very bad boy, and now I've put your ego straight. We got no problems with each other, all right, mate?
All right. Thanks, Rob. Thanks for the apology. Yeah. Meanwhile, we've had on the Q&A, we've got one question from Jello that says, "My God, how big is Mark's penis?" And Lally Lalou says, "Bloody huge, apparently." Thanks for that.
You see, Mark.
I can't complain. I mean, to be fair, Renee did say she's got no sympathy because it's not as if people are saying I've got a small penis.
Which is the truth.
I'm sure that someone said I have a big penis. It might have been they said I am a big penis, which would make more sense. Right.
Well, I can honestly say that in the same way as you've never showed me pictures of naked sugar, you've never showed me pictures of your penis either.
And
we
will hastily append with thank you.
Well, that was the after show. Never mind.
The naked after show.
Oh, that's
that's going back a bit.
Bloody hell. To the old, I can't remember the name of the show now.
No, I can't either.
Awesome Crew Show.
No, that's the one.
Well, you know, my name's Rob Beasley, and my lithium's all done.
Did you
to go back to the
when he doc dropped himself the other day?
He did.
Yeah, he was calling the police because some Australian dude was there threatening to come round to his house and beat the shit out of him. So he called the police live on air, and they obviously said, "Where do you live?" And so he said, "Right on the middle of this live hangout."
And then a couple of days later, he let slip that he had a visit at his clinic and gave the address of the clinic, name and address of the clinic.
Well, his arch fiend friend, their down corner, or whatever it is, he of the spinning glass
down
of whiskey.
Corner.
Down corner apparently accidentally.
He of the reigning mayor of Cuntsville.
He accidentally released his phone number, and then somebody took that phone number and put it on 4chan. On 4chan of all places.
How awful.
No.
And apparently...
Couldn't happen to a nicer person.
We have a question from Rizla.
Apparently somebody took that number, and the first night that it was put on 4chan, poor Downcover got something like 40 prank phone calls in a row. And he exploded onto the Hangouts. He was mad as a Wolverine with a fresh vasectomy. He was mad. Oh my God, was he mad? He was screaming so loud he was blowing out eardrums from one end of the world to the other. He was fit to be tied. He was pissed off. And I'm laughing. Apparently Jello thinks that Jello Shots thinks that apparently Jello Shots thinks that, oh well, that's pretty serious. I'm like, it's seriously funny. That's how, like on my planet we call that karma. So
talking about karma, that's a very good segue there. Talking about karma, we spoke a couple of weeks ago. We talked about how after a Talking Shit Tuesday, certain comments were made about karma, saying that Mark had somehow brought all this stuff upon himself, etc. And I found it quite interesting that the person who made those comments last week or so, maybe a couple of weeks ago, I discovered had turned yellow as a result of a gallbladder infection. So I didn't used to believe in karma before, but I kind of do now.
Oh, it's
I'm a lot.
It's amazing, if you talk to enough people around here, how you'll accidentally mention the name of some people in front of the name of other people, and then all of a sudden there will be a thing. Like Jim Gardner actually came on to a hangout that I was, and I think Simon was there too. Weren't you, Simon? Where Jim Gardner showed up and your name got mentioned, and Jim Gardner apparently he don't like you at all, Mark. Oh, apparently Jimmy the Gardener doesn't like you. And of course, I'm sitting here going, yeah, me and my buddy, Mark, he's like, Mark, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well,
I suppose it's like any sort of segment of society. People's friends don't always get on with everyone else's friends,
I'll say
so
it's
true. Not necessarily going to be my friend. It's just the way it works out.
Yeah, fuck you, Jim.
Do you mean
exactly? I don't like any of you guys either.
I hate all of you.
Oh Jesus! No, who is this?
I hate me.
Do you mean that Jim Gardner? Another one?
One of them looks like Jim Gardner with no hair. The other one looks like a very young Elton John.
That's the video killed the radio star, Buggles.
I hear you on the wireless back in 52.
Bugles.
No, it's Buggles. Definitely Buggles.
Buggles.
Video
Yeah, it
killed
helps
the-
if
video
you're
killed the
older
G+
than
star.
25 years old.
We have some more questions on the
Because we like getting questions.
on the Q&A. How long has Mork been a pervert? That's from Rizzler. Thank you very much, Frizz.
From the day he was born, Mork was a pervert. From the day he was born.
Renee says,
Yeah.
Mark, can I please...
He had a good look at the minute he came out, didn't he?
Yeah.
I was so ugly when I came out that the midwife slapped my dad. Mork, can I please have 5 minutes? That's from Renee. No, you can't. Why does Down have a framed picture of Rob behind him on his wall?
Wank over.
Yeah, definitely a wank bank. Jello says down, 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 deeper and down. How many burritos long is Mark's monster cock? That's from Renee. Thank you very much. How many burritos long?
It's a strange unit of measurement, that, isn't it?
It depends. If we're talking about 7...
I've never heard of food items being used as measurement before.
If we're talking about 7-Eleven type breakfast burritos, I should think, I don't know, maybe, well, that'd be telling.
There is another one from Rizzler. I don't know whether I should read it out, but I will anyway. Fuck it.
Yeah.
How long did it take for the smell of piss to leave the Botton household?
Oh
Jim's-
dear.
That's
Oh dear.
current.
Oh
least.
dear.
Oh dear, oh dear.
I don't know. Well, until Jim left. I guess.
Until Jim
Soon
left.
after. Soon after.
Damn.
I'm sorry, I've got to answer the questions. You've got to be
Oh
funny.
boy, I have a funny
Can't
feeling
censor.
that people are going to remember what's said
That's not
here, and I'll be wandering along
Yeah.
through the hangouts, and I'll get clotheslined.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that is not going to end well.
Say, what the fuck did you say?
What accent is that?
You know what? You know what accent that is? That's bang your head against a fucking table. That's turn yourself to the east and keep walking until your hat floats. That's what accent
We
that
should
is.
mention that Jason Burns is back. Has anyone seen his wonderful website?
With the quality.
Oh, was that the one we saw a couple of weeks ago? It's been back, or?
Yeah, he's obviously a template website. He didn't fill in all the templates. He left about 5 or 6 of them blank. So when you click onto the second page, it's just...
That's right. It's open sideways bracket, insert criteria here, close, so
As you
sideways
say,
bracket for a couple of fields.
Is his website inserttexthere.com?
Yeah, pretty
Something
much.
like that, yeah.
That's right.
Oh, you still got it. I'd
Please
forgotten about that. That was hilarious.
www.pleasechooseanexcitingname.for-your-website.com.
I'll try it. It's called jasonburnspreacher.com.
Oh,
Why is he a preacher?
www.
Does he ever, like...
www.scholar. scholarlydebates.com.
I'll screen share it for you.
Does he ever manage to put together a cohesive set of scriptural fucking dissertations?
Wait till you see. I'll screen share it. Wait till you see the bit, the cover on the website. It's just glorious.
Wow, he's had a hell of a facelift.
Wait a minute, isn't this that's Club 7?
Jason Burns, preacher of the God. I don't know which one's Jason. It might be the guy on the right. I'm not sure.
Wow, Mark Morrison's never looked that good. Return of the Mac.
So that's his server is called CSP Group. Now he's got his phone number.
Well, there's Tilda Swinton. Good.
There's a few of his videos, and then if you click on the services page, evangelist working for the gospel. I'm working in the UK around the north of England. Well, that's not really the UK. Preaching and sharing the gospel. It looks like it's proofread and punctuation and proofreading by Stevie Wonder by the look of the page.
Very superstitious.
God is blessing, whatever that means. If you need help or want to join me, give me a ring.
Yeah, he needs help.
Islam is on the rise. Atheism has taken ground in the West, whatever that means, and the cults are all over the place. I think it says cults. I'm not sure. I'm gonna be.
Well, isn't that right? Don't you guys have to bow and pray to the fucking caliphate at Birmingham now?
He says, if you would like me to debate a Muslim or atheist scholar, please set up a debate in your university, and I will come.
He just gets that excited.
Although to be fair,
you want me to do what then?
What would happen?
Oh guys, the one at the bottom, the writer. This is the one, all right? I'm working on a book. Okay, hang on a sec, Mark. I'm working on a book on Sam Harris, his life, and his thought.
Yeah.
I would buy that book. If Jason wrote that book, I would buy it.
It says
£10 for me.
Pastor, Bible teacher, sound Bible teacher. So he's W. So who wants to be taught by someone that can't fucking spell? Then he said, many people are not being fed the word of God, and the churches are hungry for sound. What? Hungry for sound Bible teaching.
All right.
If you need my help, please ring or email. We'll ring you.
He does.
If you need me, send me.
Yes, like Nanny McBurns. Yeah, it does. It does say that. It says under the heading "fearless."
Jason,
send me any place. So he's gonna get a lot of fish in the post.
Hell.
No, hell. We have to send him to an Iranian farm.
To the Hind Ketchup factory.
If you need me, send me. I will go any place to help you preach the gospel. At the bottom is the Reverend Jason Burns, 20 years.
He's not a reverend, though.
He's not a reverend.
He's not a reverend.
He says 20 years in preaching the gospel, evangelical, BA. Like that's a qualification, evangelical. BA honours in theology, no, and pastoral studies from Manchester University, Nazarene Theological College, Manchester. Preacher of the Bible.
Again.
All services free.
Yeah, right.
Does that include anal?
Evangelist, pastor, apologist, writer.
Sound
Use
in
the
faith.
fucking commas and spaces, dickhead.
Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy.
Weak in the force. Preaches the cross. Preaches the cross. Was he walk around going, cross, by a cross?
He's just very angry. He's just a very angry man.
Or maybe he just preaches to cross people.
I mean, as a bullet point, he's got, then Jason can help. That's not a bullet point. It should be the part of the sentence before.
The bullet point is what might be entering you. Oh, no, I'm not going to say that joke. I'll get into trouble.
He's got, then Jason can help twice. Is your church dead? As another bullet point.
Then send
for some Holy Spirit fire in the preaching of Jason. Jason has been the pastor of 2 churches over the years. If you need a pastor to help take care of the flock and teach the word, he is willing to reply to your call. He has been teaching the Bible for over 20 years. If you would like good Bible teaching in your church, please contact him. Jason has also been doing debates with atheist and scholars. Oh dear. And then we go. So that's that page. We go on to his the about page.
Are we sure this isn't somebody setting up a fake page?
No, he actually says if you set things up, I will come.
No, but yeah, I mean, you could say that if somebody else had set it up as a fake page, you know.
Yeah.
But,
he actually mentioned it in
I'm inclined to think this is real.
Oh yeah,
I've just had a stunning idea of a boiled piss we can do from a location in a church near me.
What will you come if we set it up?
If you look under about,
my God, look at this, the drop-down list from hell. Look at this.
Yeah, the more bits, all those videos.
If you look under the About tab, it says Preacher of the Gospel, then Spirit-filled Preacher of the Word. So he's been drinking again. He's back on the
bottle. I love the look on these people's faces, eh? Like he's just presented them with £1 million or something.
The blonde girl looks really smart, doesn't she?
You wouldn't look like that if you'd just seen one of Jason's videos. I like the fact that
isn't it the same girl with just a different haircut?
Probably, or the same person. His theme seems to be a close-up of a bit of ivy. That's a bit weird. Yeah. He is on Twitter though. It goes straight to his Twitter page. Yep. He's on Twitter. All his videos.
Go back to that top tweet.
Yeah, Matt Chandler preparing the church for suffering cancer testimony. Good God.
Oh, dear.
He's got 20 followers.
None of them are atheists.
I don't think so. No. One is called.
No?
Oh, Renee is a follower of Jason Berry and Nate Franklin
And Mike.
and Jim
Garner
and Louis. So sort of 6 or 7 out of his 20 are people that are just there to take the piss.
Yep.
Fantastic. What else have we got? Facebook link. There he is, good old Jay.
There's to the quality.
Well, that is, he hasn't really kept that active.
He's looking happy though.
This YouTube one.
I'm glad Jason's
happy. Quality blurred photo there. That's nice.
What's that a picture of?
What, him?
No, next to that. What the fuck is that?
Is that Gibraltar? Is that the Gibraltar Rock? The Rock of Gibraltar? I don't know.
Oh yeah, it might be.
Wasn't that a hawk?
Nah, it's the Skegness.
That's right. What else have we got? He's got LinkedIn
and his YouTube
channel. Because that's what Jason needs, is professional business contacts.
Oh, that link doesn't work. No, he's not on LinkedIn yet. It doesn't work, or whatever it's called. Dear. And there's his YouTube channel. The Samuel Zweimer Theological Seminary.
Who is Samuel Zweimer?
That's some ancient.
Some dead person, isn't it?
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah.
He's in black and white.
Very similar to Jesus.
Yeah.
Dead.
What you mean? You mean he really didn't exist?
When you say similar to Jesus, you mean like Rob Beasley, Jesus?
Yes, because he.
Nah. Ego mine there.
Down.
Ego mine.
Down.
Oh,
we got some more. We've got some more. 2 more questions. Have you heard the story of the 2 wolves? No, we don't fucking want to neither. Thank you very much. I think
there's a gay wolf and a heterosexual wolf.
He plagiarized it.
It says that once upon a time there was a dingo and a pickup truck, and the pickup truck ate the dingo, and then somebody took the pickup truck for a drive. So the moral of the story is that the pickup truck that you feed a dingo to will be the one that you can go driving with. Thank you very much. I'll be here all week. I'm
gonna have to. I'll come to you later, Gus. I'm gonna mute you.
I'm not sure that accent will.
There is we've got another.
You want to hear my real Australian accent?
I've got to read this last question out first. Hang on, Gus.
I don't know.
Rizzler says.
Oh dear.
Shall I? Oh, you can all see it as well, can't you? So yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
Shall I read that one?
What's this on?
Yeah, read it out.
Is the scar on Jason's forehead from a coat hanger scar his mum used in a botched abortion?
Oh,
no. The answer to that, Rizzler, is no.
No, it was just when he was dropped as a baby.
The Canadian delegation of boiled piss does not approve of this.
No, that was a bit...
Well, like,
the cider drinking...
In the interest of... can't censor. You got people, take the time to put the questions in. You got to be fair.
That's true. But we need to endorse.
Just Rizzler's ego mind speaking there. That's all.
thought I'd move on to something a bit more serious now. Well, I was going to. I've done Jason Burns. I was going to do flat earthers again, but fuck them because they're all nuts.
Apparently they're all the rage, aren't they?
They're all the rage
all
at the moment.
Shit today about flat earthers the other week.
Yeah, they're very popular at the moment.
Mm.
We were going to talk about Westboro and Kim Davis. Someone mentioned that. Are they going to?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the worst irony is in there. You know, I mean, Kim Davis gets picketed by Westboro Baptist Church for not being Christian enough, right? And Westboro Baptist Church being insane, which is always a high irony. I just you can't make this stuff up. This is just golden.
It's
right?
a bit worrying when you actually agree with Westboro Baptist Church about something.
It's one of those stories where, as an atheist, you're onto a complete loser because it's like, whose team am I supposed to be on at this point? Who am I rooting for?
None of them.
Is there some point where both of these groups, Kim Davis and Westboro Baptist Church, can they just go into an abortion clinic that then gets bombed by some other
lesbian sex
other fuckwit?
Gets bombed by Prudent or the Jews, whichever he chooses. Whichever comes first.
It is quite worrying because they was quoting Westboro Baptist saying that Kim Davis has to abide by the law, and I completely agree with them. They're making sense.
Yes.
And this Kim Davis. So what we're saying is Kim Davis is in some ways worse than the Westboro Baptist Church.
Yeah, I mean she's a hypocrite, and that's the one thing that the media hasn't pointed out through any of this is that she's a demonstrable hypocrite.
Yeah, absolutely.
And sometimes it takes another pack of insane hypocrites to point out one pack of insane hypocrites. So
yeah.
I'm surprised we haven't heard anything headline grabbing from Westboro a little earlier, ever since they put old Papa Doc Westboro into the ground there, whatever his name is, Fred Phelps.
Yeah,
ever since they put him into the ground.
They've got a bit quiet, haven't they? I haven't heard much from him recently since he popped his clogs.
Yeah.
It's been good, isn't it?
It has been good, and this Westboro Baptist Church have gone up in my estimations now. If they carry on like this, by the time I die, they might almost not be nutters.
No, they're nutters. They're just temporarily useful nutters.
No.
It's like throwing
by the time you die, they might.
It's like throwing Matt Bell in a room full of theists. You just know that all you need to do is unfold the lawn chair, bring the popcorn, and it'll be dinner and a show.
Another person with an interesting forehead.
Yes, that's right.
What you don't do.
What you don't do.
What you don't do.
I'm not saying that gash in there is deep, but.
Don't talk about deep gashes because Mark will get into trouble again.
Start me off.
No. That's just the ego mind talking there. And what I got for you here, I'm writing a new book actually on this subject. It's called No Ego Mein Kampf.
Yeah.
Has anyone looked at Rob's book on Amazon?
No, is it good?
No,
that was a rhetorical question.
Apparently, he has 3 of them, and one of them has received all of 1 star and 3 reviews.
Good.
This is amazing because I didn't even know he could read.
Well, the thing is, the reviews on it on Amazon are nearly as good as the ones for Wasp on the Moon, and the book is nearly as good as Wasp on the Moon, except it's $99. And someone asked me the other day, how many have you sold? How many have you sold so far, Rob? And he said, bugger all, mate. So that's slightly less than 1.
The difference is, I always thought that
his employment.
Josh Shelley, for example, should have released Wasp on the Moon. Just for general sale, because again, loads of people would buy it. It's just like Jason Burns wrote a book. Everyone will buy it just to see what a cretin would write. I would love to read Wasp on the Moon in its entirety. I would probably pay 50 quid for a copy of that book just because it would be such a laugh.
Well, Rob's book is called What Is This Thing Called God, but it's got an extra O, so it's G-O, open brackets O, close brackets D.
So we're saying he's on the spelling of God in a theological book.
Trying to be clever by
Oh yeah,
So
Rob trying to be
what's
clever.
What's
You
this
can
thing
get it on
called?
Kindle for £2.88.
Trying is the word.
What's this thing called? Gaoud.
Yeah. It's got on the English website. It's got one review with 1 star. Pure speculation without a shred of actual scholarship, because most of the actual references or that Rob uses are Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. It's just not his hard drive.
Well, it could. Yeah, that's the only reason why it's not as bad as What's on the Moon. He doesn't cite his own hard drive.
Oh, dear.
I think the American Amazon has got quite a lot of reviews and a running argument where someone criticises it and then Rob threatens to take him to court, which doesn't look really good on Amazon when everyone can see that the author is a complete cunt, and then everyone thinks, "Well, I'm not
criticising a book, you get taken.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
How many copies have you sold? Baggerel, mate.
Yeah. Otherwise known as none.
Do you think that the $99 price tag might be putting people off?
Nah.
Nah, mate.
No, mate.
Cheaper to twice the price, mate.
No, mate.
I bet you the Brisbane branch of
You'll be
Oxfam
right,
is
mate.
tagged to the rafters full of these.
I would say, in my opinion, it's because the book's a load of shit.
It might be.
Actually, I have another
Allegedly.
theory.
I don't think it's even good for that. If it was a load of shit, you could fucking plow it into the ground and grow a good crop out of it in a couple of years.
It might be decent toilet paper.
I have another theory. I think it might be the animal rights activists complaining about the 2 wolves story. Well, probably not that. It's probably just
Well,
complaining about
earlier versions of the 2 wolves story apparently had...
Go on.
Sorry.
Go on.
I'm sorry.
What was that? Did you get bitten or something?
Get on with it, you cunt.
Come on, Gus.
No, I'm sorry, because you growled at me.
It's all right. Don't worry.
Don't cry. Calm down.
What the fuck?
I'm actually scared now.
It's just your ego mind, mate.
Seriously, fucking...
I'm genuinely...
It's just one of the wolves. Don't worry about it.
No, I earlier iterations of the story basically had the old man having to bugger one of the wolves in order to feed it. So he had to change that to make it for a PG audience.
Someone buggered a wolf?
What did he change to? Just stick in his cock in his mouth?
Which wolf gets stronger? The one you stick your dick in. And that's unfortunately that didn't work very well, so wasn't exactly PG, so
to see if we got any more Q&As.
It's when the boy goes, "Oh dear," and the grandpa says, "No, not deer, tail too high, run too fast."
Wolf.
No, we got no more questions. Well, we'll move on. Oh no, is how stoned are Canada going to get now Harper's gone?
What's Canada?
What do you mean, what's Canada? The answer to what's Canada is slam the fridge door on your head 5 or 6 times. That's the answer to what's Canada.
It's that place that we used to own, Jim. That
yeah.
Yeah.
That's got a French bit.
You guys got tired of owning it.
We gave it to the French as a reward for surrendering.
You didn't give it to the French. Bugger off. Give it to the French.
I don't understand. I don't understand this foreign accent.
We did. It was a reward for surrendering so quickly.
It was not a reward for surrendering so quickly.
Yeah.
Fucking the ghost of Lord Cornwallis is spinning in his grave.
Who's who?
So
shut up.
So
the whole
how stoned
is...
are Canada going to get now Harper's gone?
Well, I'm sure there's an awful lot of people that lit up a joint, but what's likely going to happen is that it's just going to be decriminalized rather than made quote unquote legal. And it sounds like a distinction without a difference, but what it works out to is that cops who have basically been ignoring everybody but traffickers now, just sort of, and are now going to have they're basically going to have a legal basis to ignore everybody but traffickers. And I think frankly, I think that's probably the best thing, because you can't enforce a law that nobody wants to follow. If the Volstead Act didn't teach the Americans that, I don't know what the hell does.
The worst thing about it all, I think, is you'll probably get people like Rizzler and Jello turning up.
What, in Canada? Looking to have a puff? Well, okay, but...
Looking for a puff? I didn't know they were that way inclined.
That's right, looking for a puff, that's right. Is there anything you want to tell us? It's the 21st century, eh?
Is it legal to say puff now?
It's puff.
I thought it was illegal.
I don't know. I'm
Honestly.
not a lawyer. You'll have.
When I was a kid, we used to put.
You'll have to get Jason Burns in here for that. I'm not a lawyer.
When I was a kid, we used to put our feet on a puff when we sat on the sofa, and now it meant something completely different a bit later.
I'll say. Or did it?
Well.
What goes on in your house?
Now you put your feet in a puff. Before it was just on one.
Oh my heavens!
Yeah.
Did you guys see? Sorry, I'm going to change the subject slightly.
Thank fuck.
YouTube are going to start charging a subscription.
Really?
$10 a month. It's not for everybody. They're going to have a special subscription service to avoid adverts and stuff like that. Do you think that people are really going to pay $9.99 to watch shit like we've just produced in the last hour?
They just can't get through their heads.
If they are going to pay,
I will.
then they deserve to be charged. Let's put it that way.
You imagine paying your $10 for getting this crap.
That is the very definition of an idiot tax.
Yeah.
Well, plus third-party software has always been very effective at keeping ads away. Like you go through a period where, Ad Block Plus or whatever can't handle what's been done, and then all of a sudden somebody resets the whole thing, and countermeasure keeps up with measure. So I'm not worried about. I mean, YouTube is going to have to get it through its head that it's going to have to find another way to monetize than forcing people to watch ads. Like that's I mean, it's just a pain. Because frankly, I walked away from cable television because I got fed up with advertisements, and I'll do anything to stay away from advertisements. Anything,
Yep.
Even if it means never watching another fucking YouTube video again in my life, I will do anything to stay away from advertisements. So it's their call, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one.
Nope, you're not. You're not the only one.
Oh, a bit of music as well. This show's getting better.
I know, quality.
Some people say I'm a dreamer.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think most of them. I think it's cunt the word you're looking for.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but nothing's going to change your world.
Oh. Oh, here we go.
So, not above nor below.
I was going to tell my cliff jumper joke of the week, but I can't find it now.
You can't find your cliff jumper joke of the week.
No.
Your cliff jumper
and you're the friggin' parade marshal. You're the head of the friggin' Inquisition, and you can't keep your.
Mark, just use last week's.
I saw a thing this week.
Same, right? Like Cliff breaks enthusiastically into the flow of a conversation because he's got something.
I found it.
Yeah.
I found it. It's the gun nut that just got a rise, so he decides to buy a new scope for his rifle. He goes to a shop. And he says to the clerk in the shop, "Can you show me all the scopes you've got?" So the guy takes out a scope and says to the man, "This scope is the best we've got. It's so good, you can see my house all the way up on that hill." So the guy takes a look through the scope and starts laughing. And the assistant says, "What are you laughing at? What's so funny?" He says, "I can see a naked man and a naked woman running around in that house. The one you said was yours." So the assistant grabs the scope from the man and looks at the house and says to the guy, "Here's 2 bullets. He said, "I'll give you this scope for nothing if you can take these 2 bullets, shoot my wife's head off, and shoot the guy's dick off." So the guy looks through the scope one more time and says, "You know what?" He said, "I think I can do that with 1 shot."
Yep.
Here all week.
It's a pretty good joke.
Oh, I said it was a cliff jumper joke.
Yeah.
Didn't expect it to be funny,
Yeah,
did you?
yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
poor old
well,
Cliff.
But it's
Oh,
better.
he is.
It's
We
better
love you,
than
Cliff.
your standard.
Friend of the
We
show.
love you,
Good one.
Cliff, but
Friend of the
your
Very
show.
good
jokes are
bloke.
shit.
Shit jokes.
Your jokes are shit.
What
I
other
think
thing I've got?
we can agree we'd all want to piss right on him, right? That's all I'm saying.
The last words ever uttered by Cliff Jumper. Oh, look, a train.
You what?
What? Sorry, Simon?
Oh, it's just one of the highest compliments that a piss boiler can do, obviously.
All right.
Oh yes, of course. As opposed to,
I
I
thought it was
wouldn't.
some sort of bizarre sexual fantasy you had
I
about.
thought-
Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say, what-
like a people.
I told you not to mention that live, Jim.
He wouldn't be able to reach. I mean, I sat on his bike. He'd still be about 8 foot tall,
You sat on his legs are so long, your feet can't touch the fucking pedals.
unless, of course, you had a penis as big as mine. So anyway,
And apparently, when he also puts a camera on his helmet, and gets on his bike, he blends right in.
yeah.
Oh dear.
I thought it was something along the lines of.
You used to know Roll Barrett
someone
when you were younger.
No, not intimately.
I was going to say, is that song named after you?
Jimmy Savile. I mean, he fixed it for me once to I can't remember what's he asked me to do now.
We have done this joke on this show before, Mark.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
Welcome to the boiled piss, the Alzheimer's edition. Jeez.
Yeah, exactly. What was the same old shit?
Yeah. So what was Cliff Jumper's joke?
The other thing, Andy Jack is back, by the way. He's now resurrected the Aaron Ra as a wife beater bit. Yeah, he's just basically, well, Aaron Ra lied. Yeah, that was about 9 years ago, Andy, according to you. And so, therefore, he says, I'm going to be a liar, and Aaron Ra is a wife beater. And then he goes on to some crap about creationism again, which is worth it.
Is he still trying to flog that ridiculous hat?
No, I think he's given up on that.
I hope so.
He's offering them free, I think. As
I tell you, he recently put up Andy Jack recently put up a post that had a picture of a place called Nickelsdorf, Austria, where a mass swath of Asia Minor and Mediterranean refugees had been coming through there and left a mess, and that got jumped on by a whole bunch of people, and what I would like to do is I'd like to send him to the next concert at Glastonbury just as it's over.
Yeah.
Right? And then let him take a few pictures. And then we'll put the two sets of pictures together and see if there's any real difference.
Well, Glastonbury's probably more feces left over than you can shake a stick at.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Well, I mean, the only difference
is... You spend a lot of your time shaking sticks at feces, do you, Mark?
The only difference is that... The only fucking difference is that at Glastonbury, some of the feces are up on stage. But at the end of the day, it bothers me. It really bothers me. This notion of this wave of vile, unclean brown people emerging from the nether regions of the world, come to take away the good, happy, idyllic life forged in the northern portions of England and Europe by stout yeomen who beat it out of the land with their two balls and the sweat of their brow, kind of thing. It just,
that segues nicely into the last topic I had left on my list, which was refugee/immigration.
Attaboy.
Well, I was reading this week about these Greek islanders who are really upset at what they regard to be an invasion of all these people fleeing the war in Syria, and I just thought, isn't that in like a contrast to the G+ community here, where just about anyone is welcome to enter Rhodes?
Oh no!
Tim wins.
We almost made it through. We almost
made it. I mean, some did turn up today in Cyprus. Apparently, 2 boats turned up at RAF Akrotiri or something in the British military base.
The RAF cafeteria? What?
Akrotiri.
The RAF base. Did they get the mode of transport wrong?
There is an RAF base there, isn't there? Yeah, it is RAF.
So.
Yeah,
they better be in Harrier jets.
When Cyprus got their independence from the UK, the British said, we want to keep the base. So technically, it is sovereign British soil, and I think these refugees heard this and thought because it was classed as British soil, it meant it was a shortcut to England. So they actually got the boat, kept going to Cyprus, turned up at RAF Akrotiri, turned them over to the Cypriot authorities. So that one didn't work. But yeah,
we get all the benefit of sovereign territory without any of the the problems that go with it.
Well, I think it was the deal done in 2006. So we said in 2006, look, if any loons or refugees turn up, they're nothing to do with us, and the Cypriots said, yeah, okay.
Somebody needs to explain these people the difference between a military base and an embassy. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
I think I had a lot of sympathy at the start because, the dead toddler on the beach, that was because I'm a father and it was a dead child and it did hit me. And I thought, and there are, so my view is balanced. There are some that are causing trouble, obviously, as we've seen, but I think it's the minority, in my view, from what I've seen. There's lots of propaganda going backwards and forth on both sides. You see, this Britain First posts and stuff from Alex Jones. It's saying that there are no women, they're all men. Well, clearly that's not the case. But yeah, there are some bad apples. There may well be some of them that turn out to be terrorists or whatever, and we'll have to deal with that. But this idea that Europe is being invaded by this huge hordes that are going to take everything away is just fear.
Intent on jihad.
Yeah, it's
I know it's bollocks.
It's essentially just.
And it's also, by the way, the chicken's coming home to roost on almost 100 years of fucking Western meddling in Middle Eastern affairs. Quite frankly,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, it's a whole bunch of shit was destabilized down there. I mean, we're all talking about Iran now. What we want to do with it? Well, Prudent is talking about Iran. God help us all.
We're not
But
going
the
to talk about
but the fact of the matter is, we wouldn't be having this discussion if the United States had left fucking Mohammed Mossadegh the fuck alone down there. But instead, they had to take him out and install the Shah. And the Shah was so fucked up that by the time he got finished, these people voluntarily decided to be ruled by a religious nut job, and have decided. And this is how badly the West fucks places up. You know,
it goes even further back than that. The whole division of the Middle East, Iran, Iraq, Syria, goes back to the Treaty of Versailles after the First World War, when we were dividing the Ottoman Empire.
Yeah,
It goes
as if those of us in the West had any business deciding what, you know, kingdoms that had existed for 2,000 years beforehand, you know, who they were going to belong to, you know, and of course it sets up the Palestinians for more heartbreak down the fucking road, right? Thank you, Mr. Balfour.
Yes.
You know, and you just like.
And I think there is a balance, and I do, you know, I'm not so stupid as to not to realise there are a lot of troublemakers. There are some that we've seen a lot of the videos, but then a lot of them are propaganda as well, put about by people that, you know, think that Europe is being invaded. I mean, Pat Condell did a video saying that they were all rapists in waiting.
Yeah, I can't stand that guy. I absolutely can't.
Can we basically just agree that Pat Condell is a racist fucker at this point?
I'm afraid I'm going that way.
Yeah.
He's just going, oh, brown people.
You know what else is interesting, eh? If somebody goes in with you know, if somebody goes into a foreign theater of war with, let's say, the Coldstream Guards or the fucking whoever, the Queen's Own or whatever, and they do some military service and they come out and suddenly their behavior is all fucked up, right? They can't hold down a job. They're getting in fights every 15 minutes. Maybe they rob a place for shits and giggles. We sit there and say, well, that's PTSD. It's obviously PTSD. But when someone who experiences it as a civilian in a foreign country then later leaves as a refugee and goes to a foreign country, nobody can recognize that. Oh, well, they're just filthy criminals, and that's because they're all like that down there, right? It doesn't make any sense.
You mentioned earlier a reference to Schrödinger. I saw a lovely thing on my Facebook feed the other day. Schrödinger's immigrant. It's
That's
the immigrant,
right.
the immigrant that is too lazy to get a job while simultaneously stealing the jobs out of the honest British people.
Yeah, the immigrant may or may not be a criminal. We can't know for sure, so let's keep him in the box in the meantime. It's like either way, the poor guy's fucked.
I'm putting the link out to a few people that have asked for it. So.
People actually want to join this shit.
Oh,
Now, Mark, it's time for Mark to be brought up short once again, because Mark has purchased early his tickets to Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens.
I have.
He purchased them.
You've decided to make that investment, have you, Mark?
Yeah. He's got some equity invested in that, boy. And we'll see if that movie's any good. I saw the latest trailer, and it has excited me, I must say. Not that kind of excited, Jam.
Why does Leia get her tits out?
I hope not, because she is a woman of advanced stature, shall we say?
Stature.
Yeah, stature.
Stature.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. This woman's not for turning. Yeah. But
we would want to look at a pair of octogenarian tits. Now, will be Mark.
Well, how old is she?
No, for fuck's sake.
We know.
No.
No, we've got an idea.
What, Leia? She's got to be.
What, 50, 51? somewhere around there.
Carrie Fisher, I'll have to look it up now.
She was in her early 20s.
She is 59.
Yeah.
Wow.
Actually, she's 59 today.
Oh, happy birthday, Carrie Fisher.
Happy birthday, Carrie Fisher.
Get your knocks out for us.
Yay! I love her buns. I love her buns.
It's like a female passport. Fuck. It's like if you guys were taken over by a fascist government, like in V for Vendetta, all you guys would have to carry travel papers, and all the women would have to do is get their tits out. You know, like it's. God.
Probably.
Oh, hang on a second. I might have to change. They said that I think that I saw one review said the worst 2 words that could ever be heard in the next Star Wars film would be "Misa back."
Yeah.
We're just gonna. I've got.
What, Thai ladyboys are in it now.
Love you long time, Han Solo.
$1.
$1. Happy ending. I'm gonna.
Yeah, you know, wretched hive of scum and villainy. You figure it out.
Let me know if this works.
Oh, that's terrible. What is that? Have you gone into shoe mode?
No, I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna play. I had a message from my uncle Roscoe that he's asked me to play.
Is that a euphemism? Is that a euphemism?
If it's not, it should be.
The last time I shared a message from my uncle Roscoe, I had to stand in front of a judge.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to.
I got arrested after sharing mine after the rest of the
Did Sugar like Uncle Roscoe?
You're gonna have to mute while I play it.
Last time I.
Right, hang on. Here we go. He says hopefully. Hang on.
Nothing.
Well,
Hang
didn't
on.
get anything.
The suspense is almost noticeable.
Unlike Roscoe.
Hang on a second.
So now we're expecting people to listen to silence. Fucking hell, we've gone downhill.
Right, hang on.
Well, it works. Well, it worked for John Cage.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Right, I'll play it on my iTunes because he sent it to me as a special message today.
Your Uncle Roscoe publishes on iTunes.
Hey, Mark. Hey, it's your Uncle Roscoe. We're around late. Yeah, I hear you've been trying to shake that crazy bitch Salt or whatever, Sugar, whatever the fuck her name was. Look, I synced her coming like miles away. You know, you can smell crazy off that one. Now, Mark, here's what you need to do. Mark, you need to hire a gigolo to keep her busy while you change the locks on your house. Matter of fact, you need to just sell that motherfucker right now, because you ain't gonna get rid of her. No, Uncle Roscoe have been with too many women like that in his lifetime, and he ain't gonna never get rid of her. Never. So, I don't want to scare you, but Uncle Roscoe love you, and what you just need to do is get rid of her. Just fine, call the police, call the Air Force, call goddamn Liam Neeson, something, because it ain't gonna go away. And that crazy motherfucker Rob Beasley, somebody need to go inside his head. Anyway, Uncle Roscoe love you. See ya.
Frankly, I'd be more scared of Roscoe.
Yeah, what the fuck did I just listen to?
It's my Uncle Roscoe.
Do you regularly get Liam Neeson to solve your problems?
Yes.
I don't know who you are, and I don't know where you are, but I want you to hear me. I have a very specific skill set. If you stop bothering Mark right
jokes
now.
From last week.
Yes,
Right.
because he was.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, that was when I was in the deep dark bunker and he was guarding the entrance. If you remember.
Was he guarding the entrance? There we go.
Yeah, he was.
Well, as long as Gus got another excuse to do one of his accents, the world's all right.
Yeah, it is.
Now, down. Now, come on now, Jim. I'm going to have to meet you there. I'm going to deal with you in a little while, right, Jim? Okay.
Just growl at me.
That's right. Jesus Christ, I'm scared.
It must be really popular this week because I've put a link out and no one's come in.
Always joined. Yeah.
If anyone wants a link, just send us a message, please.
This could be the 9th and last boiled piss.
Yeah, we've only got 18 watching at the moment, which is not.
The piss has boiled over.
It may have done.
Boiled away.
To be fair, I know Ozzy and JD are doing a hang, aren't they? About now.
Yeah,
JD sabotaged us because
we can always blame it on that. We can always say that that's the real reason.
JD is like, what? I need money. I need money. Come on, I need money. I need money because there's got to be money over here, money over there. I need some money. Everybody needs money. My kids need money. I need money. Everybody needs money.
Basically, what you're saying there, Jim, is JD has betrayed us. Is that right?
Probably, yeah, pretty
JD,
much.
But I need money though. No money. No money. In my Patreon. Take some money. Put it in my Patreon. I need money in my Patreon.
I mean, imagine that. I mean, Rizzler said he gave the thumbs down for no live chat, but then you got to do to get the live chat. You've got to do it through YouTube rather than G+. But G+ is fucking about, so I don't know. So shut up, Rizzler, and you, Drag.
Yeah, we answered all his questions.
Yeah.
What more does he want?
Yeah, seriously.
Even the really offensive ones.
Kazoom says some people say I'm a non-dairy creamer. I don't know what to make of that.
I don't know what that means.
I'm glad he wasn't able to say that on the air because that would have been some kind of awkward.
Yeah, that was in reference to the John Lennon song.
Right. Except that's not the lyrics.
That's.
What? You mean we've changed lyrics to songs here?
I did earlier, yeah.
Oh, you did? Yes, true. Well, so someone please come in and save the show before.
Yeah, well, this is really disappointing. There must be
really weird.
some drunk person out there.
Yeah, we were even doing serious stuff like immigration and brown people and refugees and everything.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just been a quiet week and funny.
Mind you, we have insulted an awful lot of people this one. Maybe just everyone's looking to disown us now.
It's the downside of doing a show called Boil Piss.
You mean like we hadn't insulted anyone before?
Yeah. It's like, can we think of anybody? I think basically what we've done here is run out of people to insult.
That's probably just it.
We'll have to do better next week.
The last one we did had 2,500 views or thereabouts.
Yeah.
So we've upset 2,500 people. Is what we're saying.
All in the space of less than 2 hours.
Yeah, that's very good.
Yeah. Fuck you. Fuck all you.
Nah, that's just your ego talking.
Mate.
Well, I have been trying to get Andy Jack in for an Andy Jack special, and he said he might do it next week or a week after.
Oh, really?
And we're also going to try and get Lucy Dupree on, and also do a Conspiratard special, and get a few of those on.
We had such fun.
We got plans, so stick with us, you fuckers.
Mark, what we should do is, for the Conspiratard special, is we should only let some of them in and block some of the others.
Yeah,
just so they can call it a conspiracy.
So they think it's a conspiracy. Yeah. We're in the room, but we're talking about secret stuff, and you can't come in. That's the whole nut conspiracy thing in a nutshell, really.
So, basically, we are going to actually divulge the secrets of Masonry, aren't we, Mark? We're going to have a long chat about that.
Yeah.
And we're going to spill the deeper secrets.
What secrets of Masonry? You take the fucking brick, you take the fucking mortar, you put the mortar on top of the brick, you put the fucking brick on top of the mortar. What secrets of Masonry?
But
that's what they want you to think, man. That's what they want you to think.
You do it in a secret way with one trouser leg rolled up.
One trouser leg.
And a secret handshake.
And you have to have a special number in mind.
The rolled up trouser leg and the handshake are both real things. They're not just jokes.
Yes.
Oh, all right.
How do you know, you fucking Mason?
I am one. I just haven't been to any meetings for a very long time.
That's Commando's go-to, eh? Like every time Mark tries to ask Commando questions, like, well, you already know, then don't you? Don't you already know?
Yeah.
It's the grace. Also, you.
Is he gone to India?
Mark knows more than he's letting on.
He's a Pakistani commando.
He's a Pakistani Scot.
The answer to that question, Cider Thinker, is to take a pencil and shove it in your fucking head. The answer to that question.
He's a special Freemason.
Shaken.
Talking of which, it's this week, isn't it? Next week it starts. 26th of October. Spectre.
Yeah.
Sorry, or Spectre.
Oh.
Spectre.
No, it's Daniel Craig. The Daniel Craig one. So he'll beat about 20 people to death right there on TV.
Yeah, with a newspaper and a paper clip.
That's right.
Yeah.
He'll shoot 20 more. He'll have some lunatic rub against his inner thigh, and then
Yes.
if he's lucky by the time it's all over, he'll get it to drive a nice car.
I do like him. I think he's a good Bond because he's much closer to the book.
Well, I mean, I knew it was a brand new James Bond when in the opening scenes of fucking Casino Royale, Bond beat a man to death in a shitter with a shitter. You know, like I knew. This was not Roger Moore.
No.
There was no toilet.
If it was Roger Moore, it'd beat him to death with a B-day.
Yes.
With a B-day.
That's the only reason he beat him to death. I don't seem to be able to wash my balls properly. Yeah.
Mark, you do know a B-day's purpose is not necessarily for washing balls.
Isn't it? Not?
Is it B-Day? Isn't that the day you were born? B-Day?
Oh, very good.
Wasn't it the day that the Allies went into Nazi Europe?
It's a B-Day.
Yeah, that was 2 days before. It was C-Day just before
That's
that.
right.
C-Day.
Yeah,
They call it B-Day because all those guys with their arses hanging out of the Higgins boats were getting their balls washed by the fucking North Sea. So, by the English Channel.
They didn't show that in Saving Private Ryan, did they?
That's right.
That was what
they call them privates.
That's what Eddie Izzard said about Jesus, wasn't it? He said he was God's seventh son because there was Asus, Besus, Cesus, Desus, Esus, Ephesus, and Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh,
Teasers was always fucking around.
I still love his routine about Latin, though. Fuck, that makes me laugh.
And the dinosaurs in church. I like that one.
Yeah. I still like his cake or death routine as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're wondering why Mark is getting cantankerous, it's because he's drinking Jack Daniels. Listen, I would have thought that you'd get some Crown Royal to fucking pollute your Coke with instead of that Jack Daniels stuff.
It was on offer, 20 quid for a bottle.
20 quid for a bottle?
It's normally 30 quid. It was 20 quid in the garage.
I can get you some fucking soy sauce. It's twice.
I said, I have one of them as well.
Give us a couple of bottles of that stuff, then. Give us a...
What do they sell booze for in a garage?
Well, I must admit, I will admit now that there have been occasions a long time ago when I have probably been over the limit when I've driven my car. And I've never had an accident.
No.
I've never had an accident doing it. Whereas, when I've been sober and driven my car, there have been a couple of times when I've had an accident. That proves to me, beyond any doubt, that I'm actually safer to drive when I'm drunk.
I haven't had any accidents.
Statistics, Parker, statistics.
That's fucking empirical evidence.
That's logic.
The thing is, Jim, you may not have had any accidents when you were drunk, but there's probably been loads in your rear view mirror. You just weren't looking.
You just don't remember them.
Fucking correlation isn't fucking causes.
To be honest, somebody else's car.
Shut the fuck up.
We should also mention today is, of course, what day is it today? It's Back to the Future Day today. Just thought I'd mention that.
Great Scott!
Marty!
Sider's left, he has to go to bed. And the funny thing was, I was thinking exactly the same thing and thought, I better stick it out a bit longer because there's fuck all people left on this show.
Oh no, no one's turned up. I've sent the links out.
Have you actually sent the links out, Mark?
Yeah, I sent links out to about 10 people.
Sider doesn't even say goodbye on the air before he leaves. He just fucks off. We'll see if we want to talk to you anymore. Miserable.
To be honest, we can't afford to lose any more friends.
Yeah,
Ray Walston Ray Walston has summed up this week's show by commenting "cock bollocks." That is it.
Well,
that's a fair review.
It is.
Yeah.
He's a man of few words. Except I think
you should ring that one, Mark.
Well, I think we ought to probably end the show then, really, because it's...
What an anticlimax.
Well, in which case,
it hasn't been our best, but we've tried very hard.
Yes.
In which case, I'd like to give a massive shout-out toward the creationist cunts for tomorrow, because it's the happy day of Earth Creation Day.
Oh, yes, it is, isn't it? Yes, you did mention this before. It is, Creation Day tomorrow. Wankers. Anyway, thanks for watching. All 20 of you that are still watching it. The worst thing is It's gone up 2 viewers since we said we were going to shut the show down. No, it's gone up 3. It's 3 more people have decided to watch now. We're going to leave.
We're definitely going now, right?
Yeah, definitely going. In a minute.
We might be back. Don't know if I can be bothered with all this shit anymore. I've got better things to do.
There is an irony here that is palpable. And by palpable, we mean don't do that or the police will get you.
Is there anyone we can insult? I can't think of anyone else.
We've got a couple of weeks. We've got a few days.
Creationists.
If we do one next week, we've got a week to think about it, and we'll find. I'm sure we can find somebody to insult.
Nate Cunningham. No, he's gone. He's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah. And Roy's gone.
Yeah.
Flat Earthers.
We'll have
done Flat Earthers.
Quick word on.
We'll have to get some in. We'll have to get Tiger Danny in. I mean, Andy Jack's a possibility for next time, so that'd be good.
The Reverend Ken Jones showed up on TST for a little while yesterday.
Yeah, but I couldn't understand a word he was saying.
Nobody could really understand what he was saying. What he was having a lot of fun talking.
He said he was related to G-Man, didn't he? Was that like figuratively related, as in we're brothers in Christ?
Yeah, well, G-Man is my half brother, and if when 25 years ago, if you'd have taken him on, he'd have beaten your ass, man.
Yeah, he is actually related in some way, I think.
Yeah, he's his half brother.
Or I think Ken Jones has eaten some of his relatives. Maybe that's what
Probably.
it is.
That's probably what it is.
Probably. You know, it's not his fault. You know, poor Krispy Kreme. It's not his fault.
So on that note, thanks everyone. Thanks JD for putting on a show just after we started. That
bastard.
Really helped.
Oh, Canada! Hope you get malaria and die.
Thank you to all the people that usually turn up, but then today haven't.
Yeah.
Rats leaving a sinking ship, I think.
Bastards. It'll be better next time, I promise.
May your ear holes turn to assholes and shit on your shoulders.
It probably won't be though, Mark. It probably won't be any better. It'll probably be worse.
We'll try. On that note, bye.
Bye.
Night.